Welcome to the Freedom Chronicles.
Definitely an antisocial type.
Only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger.
Hi, perhaps you recognize me. It's your favorite president.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
We got a loudspeaker here, and when we go into battle, we play music very loud.
With a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Freedom Chronicles. I'm your host, Mike Imbasciani. Thank you for joining us in another episode. We are, of course, broadcasting from the Brian Chapman State Farm bunker right here in Southwest Florida. And like a good neighbor, Brian Chapman State Farm is there for all of the insurance needs that you have for your very own bunker. Give us office a call at 941-625-9998 or visit the office at 2040 Tamiami Trail in Port Charlotte. This show is also sponsored by the Local Meat Club by Tyrone and Marcella Jackson, based out of Columbus, Ohio. Go to localmeatclub.com using the affiliate link in the description of this video and use promo code FreedomCow, all caps, so they know that we sent you. Members have access to locally raised, hormone-free freezer beef. You can choose from aged Angus ground beef, ribeye steaks, breakfast sausage, bacon, and even raw butter and raw milk. Try the Family Week's Worth package that includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And pick up Tyrone's book, Life's Little Handbook, 7 Steps to Finding Success in Life, which explores some of life's most challenging questions. Just 54 pages, simple and straight to the point. Join the club and experience the difference that fresh, life-supporting food makes. And we're going to get into the new food pyramid here in a little bit. But use the link in the description and use promo code FreedomCow, localmeatclub.com. So thank you for joining us. Another episode with us, as always, Mr. Ken Lovejoy. And for the first time, a new guest on the show. We got, it's Frank, or is it Fred.
Oscar Mayer.
You know why? I was
Fred Rubino.
You need word association.
Yes.
Fred Flintstone.
We did some research, and Lovejoy found something.
Yeah, I don't know why I kept calling him Frank Rubino on the show this morning. And Frank Rubino is a big time. I guess you'd call him. He loves criminals. He's a big time criminal defense lawyer. He actually was Noriega's lawyer.
Nice.
Nice.
There you go.
And that's why I guess I because I followed that. Back then.
Big time lawyer and small time comedian. It's a mistake anyone could make.
That's very true. Fred, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on. I love conservative talk.
Great.
So I think I'm going to have a good time on this podcast.
Good deal. And you have a podcast as well. Tell us about what you're doing and how long you've been a comedian and all about your podcast.
My podcast is on the Next Gen USA network. It's another network that has started because social media bans people left and right.
Yeah.
So all of this stuff is popping
me.
up. Yeah, it's all popping up. And it's a great outlet for freedom of speech. You can't keep freedom of speech down. Not in this country.
No.
So I'm on the Next Gen USA. I'm on Rumble. Some stuff is still on YouTube, the stuff they didn't take down. Yeah.
Medical misinformation.
Yeah, medical misinformation.
We've been scarred with that as well.
Yeah.
Amazing. If you're coming to my podcast for medical information, you're a bigger ass than you think you are.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like this is going to be a show we're going to have to be bleeping some stuff. So Sean, be ready to
Sean's
do that in
gonna earn his money
post-production.
this week.
Make the little timestamps.
I won't curse.
Oh, you're fine.
No,
Well.
I'm serious. I'm not gonna curse.
2. We made it 4 minutes into the show. We're
That's
doing
good.
well.
That's not too bad.
Well, and Fred, that's because you're like me. You're from New York. You're from more of the real part of New York, being from Brooklyn. I was born in Rhinebeck, upstate. I left when I was 5, but I still represent with being a Yankee
He
fan.
ran away.
Yeah,
5 years old.
And
It's
his
tough.
adoptive parents.
It's tough to make it on your own.
right.
Sex industry? Was it the sex industry?
Gambling.
Yeah. He got turned out,
Yeah.
Well, Joe had some student loans to pay off.
Hey,
Right,
$20 is $20.
He's going to
That's
start
okay.
contributing, Dan.
Right. Oh yes. But now you made the move to New Jersey, and so
Yeah, I
Hop,
moved to
skip, and jump.
Florida.
Yeah.
And about 5 or 6 years ago. And then my daughter moved from Florida back to New York.
The reason you moved down here
Exactly.
You know?
Of course.
Be with the kids, and
They-
then they stab you in the back.
They're horrible people. Children are horrible
But
people.
they still want your money, don't they?
They love my money. They love it. And they're horrible people. They'll ruin anyone's lives. So don't have children. And if you do, don't be their friend. Kick them out at 5 like your parents did.
Exactly.
That's the best way to go.
And I was homeschooled.
Well, me too. I was homeschooled. I didn't even make the basketball team, and I was homeschooled. Imagine that shit.
Hey, I was top of my class. What can I say?
All righty.
Oh, yeah. So when did you make the move? And was it partial? It was more than family. Was it political as well? Or
We've struggled a long time, me and my family, because the construction industry in New York was, especially the electricians union.
Yeah.
Constant unemployment. No matter what the city, it was busy. Our union had unemployment.
Wow.
You know how unions, you know, the
Oh, yeah.
union, they have the bad reputation of being corrupt.
Because
They are.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
So you were seeing the political and the corruption all
Right.
around, even in the union there.
Right. So I said, you know what? Let's sell the house, move to Florida. I'll do a couple of more years living in Florida while I was still working. But right before we left, I had an injury at the job, and I couldn't work anymore anyway. So it worked out.
There you go. Yeah. Pension.
Yes. Social Security.
Yes.
You know, if you
Well,
got
the way construction is down here in Florida right now, I would imagine you could probably supplement your income under the table down here doing some electric.
well, under the table sounds a little
Better.
It's frowned upon in this establishment.
Oh yeah, that's right. We don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that.
I never do that.
No.
But no, my working days are over.
Good. There
Now
you
it's
go.
just
Good for you.
comedy and scotch.
What kind of scotch? Single malt or
I like Johnny Walker
Johnny Walker?
whiskey. I like vodka. I like gin.
Gin,
beer,
really? You like
wine.
the gin?
Like they have the new gins now that are infused with like flavors.
Oh, yeah. I've
I haven't
seen that.
tried those.
And just on the rocks, you could just drink.
Long time ago, I had a couple of bad experiences with
Mm.
Tanqueray and tonic, and I said, no more.
No more.
No more.
Yeah, that can happen.
So what else is going on? How what's the state of comedy in the mind of Frank?
Oh, there.
Fred
I know
Rubino.
it's Fred.
He knows.
I do.
I'm the
I
one
know
who-
it
I'm the
too.
one who
I don't know
matters
why the
here.
heck I
As long
keep
as he
saying
knows
Frank.
it.
Do you have a cousin Frank or anything like that? No?
Now it's my fault. You see how he was? Oh, it must have been
It's all right.
an uncle or
I'm
something.
picking up spirits. I see a Frank.
Was there a cousin? Tell me.
Do you have a dead relative? Oh, what a genius.
Fred, what's the
Yeah.
state of comedy today in your mind?
The state of comedy is comedy has made a split.
Yeah.
You know, comedy used to just be whatever you do, you do. And
Mhm.
I always respected anyone's comedy, no matter what you did. As long as it was original. There's a lot of
Yeah.
comics out there that are
Right.
not
And
real
you're
comics.
finding a lot of people stealing from a lot of people still.
Oh my God.
It's not as easy now with video, but I feel like it
They
was.
still do it.
Yeah.
They still do. You know what it is? If
Features.
you can't write a joke, you have no choice but to steal.
Yeah.
So you have
Well, you could at least buy them.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
right.
tough to do these days.
Is it?
Yeah, that's tough.
And that takes money,
we,
which they don't
yeah.
have anyway.
Yeah, because John Carfey.
Right.
I don't know if you know John.
I do not.
He lives down here now, but he used to perform up in the Poconos for years. He wrote jokes for Joan Rivers,
Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
Like
wrote a
quick
few.
little one-liners.
Yeah. Those were the days, you know,
Yeah.
when you could do that. Now they just they think the internet is their library
Mhm.
and they go on
Yeah.
and they steal.
Well,
And
if it's on the internet, it's free.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I had some guy call me up and go, hey, there's a guy you opened for. I hear he does a couple of my jokes. And I was like, yeah, he does a lot of people's jokes. I said, the guy's a hack. So he says, I said, which one is it? Is it this joke? He goes, oh, no. The guy goes, that's not really my joke. Everyone was doing that joke. I go, was it this other joke? No, that's not my joke either. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Which
Wow.
joke are we talking
Did
about?
you write it? Did you ever write a joke to steal?
Yeah, right.
Now it's to a point where guys are saying, I stole it first.
I stole it from this feature who's now dead,
Yeah.
so nobody else should have this joke but me.
Right.
Yeah.
So you need a little bit of intelligence. If you see a comic that's stupid, you know he's stealing jokes because it takes intelligence to write a joke.
We had one like that there was a comedy competition, and the guy he had great delivery and pretty good stage presence, but everything he was doing, every joke he was telling, was a stolen meme from
Wow.
Facebook. And a bunch of other comedians started saying, "Dude, this is what he's doing." But his delivery was good and he had good stage presence, so he wound up winning the competition. Pissed a bunch of other comedians off.
Actual writers.
Yeah.
I actually, on my Facebook page and stuff, I post memes. I don't post any memes unless I created the meme myself.
There you go.
See, I'm not a comedian, so I post all kinds of
Oh, no, everybody should.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Anybody who's not a comedian.
This show, all it does is post memes most of the time.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Babylon B, the best.
And people should do that. They should go on it. They should be entertained. But if you're an actual comedian,
Yeah.
you should be creating your own content.
Yes.
You're a content creator.
To do
as we
otherwise is
discussed this morning.
Like most people in LA.
Yes.
Right. And do you notice that you're finding that you have Trevor Wallace is one of them, and you have some of these other younger guys who started as the content creators on TikTok or Instagram, and now they're jumping in to the comedy realm, already doing these bigger shows because they have the Instagram following. You think they're skipping a few steps?
Oh no, that's how it evolved.
Yeah.
Comedy has evolved now that you go and you show your stuff on social media. People like it. They like what you're saying. They like your kind of humor. And then they say, all right, let's go out and see him. Now, if you can't do it on stage,
right,
you won't get repeat people.
Yeah.
I have a big reputation that every club I've ever played invited me back. And most people who come to see me have seen me more than once.
That's great. And that's what you want.
Yeah. And that means that it's never the same show. Some people go, I saw that guy 30 years ago. It's the same show. It's crazy. It's like, what? You didn't write a joke in 30 years? That tells me 30 years ago.
There's a lot of comedians like that.
That tells me
Sadly.
30 years ago you stole that original material.
You had one great set and you've been riding it for
right.
way too long. Yeah, there's a bunch of those. But what do you do? I mean, I would imagine, what do you do to stay fresh?
I shower.
But
I
know what I
moisturize.
mean.
You are New Jersey. I assume it's more than one a day.
You do a lot more current event topical humor, and you do a lot of stuff, from growing up. So you got to stay on top of things a little more than maybe some of these comedians who talk about, that one good set, and they think they can just keep riding that one good set.
What I usually do is I have like 3 bits that are like pretty, like a lot of my fans love, and they'll tell their family, you got to come see this guy. So I have to do.
Sure.
Right. You have your benchmark.
Oh yeah. You got your
cornerstones.
There's 25 minutes of material that I have to do. I've sometimes left it out, and people came up to me after, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
So I have to do certain ones. And then the other ones, I don't even try. I'm always writing and I'm posting on Facebook. So a lot of times I'll say, I'm going to do this 40-second new bit. And I don't realize it that people say, I saw you last year. You got 20 new minutes of stuff. And I don't realize it because it happens 1 minute at a time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And by the time you get back to that club the next year, or like you're at Fasani this week, and we'll talk about that in a second, but it's a year and a half. You don't realize how much new material is actually there.
I don't realize. I go, oh yeah, that's right. Oh, you didn't see that. Yeah, that's right. So
well, and so how are you with this? Some states are woke, like if you're going to California or even up north in New York, and some states like Florida are anti-woke. How are you kind of feeding off the audience? What's the difference you're seeing?
Well, I'm a different animal because I have a pension. I worked construction. I don't really need the money.
Right.
So you just don't
So I don't give a shit
Yeah,
about.
there you go.
First of all, I'm not
14
obligated to know. I'm not obligated. You can't say
4.
So, well, some of this is going on. Some of this is going on an actual network.
Yeah.
I see.
On broadcast TV. So
Okay.
we got
So
pesky FCC.
I don't care. So I do what I want to do, and people who follow me want to hear.
Right, and they
what I
understand
do.
that.
Sure.
Right. So I don't care. And I've been in clubs where the manager comes up to me, here are the rules. No Holocaust jokes. No AIDS jokes.
So you walk up and go, "How about the Jews, huh?"
Hey!
Hey-o.
I tell you,
Did you hear about this gay Jew in the clinic?
That's terrible. I didn't have an AIDS joke. So I made sure before I had like 20 minutes.
Right?
I said that.
And then you got this right here.
Stop touching that monkey.
Yeah, I started right off with it. First of all, the manager was a guy with a mustache, a wig, eye makeup, a pocketbook, and his dress.
Pocketbook. Thank you. Another New Yorker who says the word pocketbook. That nobody says that.
What
first
is it
of all.
now?
It's just a purse. Everybody's purse is a pocketbook. Is what you put in your purse. No, it's a pocketbook.
No.
Thank you.
But ladies, well,
What ladies?
ladies carry a pocketbook in their purse, though. At least my mom did.
That's a clutch.
Yeah, it's a clutch or a wallet in the pocketbook.
There you go.
East
Thank
Coast,
This
West
is the
Coast.
gayest conversation
Yeah,
I've
I know.
had in a long time.
Don't you know? It's called a pocketbook, Ken. It's fashionable.
It's
All
made
right.
out of human skin.
Yeah. Yes, and we will
We'll
get to that. That's a
We'll
good
get to
segue.
that.
We'll get to that. So we're going to take our music break now. Folks, if you're watching this, I hope you're enjoying the show. We are also on Rumble, just like Fred Frank's show is. You can find that. Is it the Fred
but it's two
Rubino
different
show?
shows. Frank Rubino is a mob lawyer.
Yeah, we don't want him.
Fred
You don't need a
Rubino
criminal
Needs a
lawyer. You
mob
need a
lawyer.
criminal
Needs a
lawyer.
mob
So what's the name of your podcast?
My podcast is the Fred Rubino Podcast.
Cool.
I like to keep that. It's a catchy
Yeah.
name. Because then other people won't have it. Even
Exactly.
Frank Rubino won't have the
Can't
Fred
take it.
Rubino
No.
Podcast.
Very
Can't
true.
take that away.
No. So Fred Rubino podcast on Rumble. We are also on Rumble. So make sure you subscribe to the Freedom Chronicles Rumble page right here. Subscribe on YouTube as well as we're on BitChute, Brighteon, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, all that. Go share the show with your friends. And don't forget, we're also on CTA. That's why we have to bleep this fun stuff.
I'll never curse again.
No, okay. At least not the rest of this segment.
Yeah.
So that's on CTA, CTVA.tv. Share that with your friends as well. So this, you can come see my band, Mike Imbasciani's Blues Rockers. Lots of shows all over the place. Simply Clapton, Eric Clapton tribute show will be coming up at Visani on Monday, March 13th. Fred Rubino's at Visani this weekend. If you're watching the show this weekend and it's a late Saturday night, come out. The shows are all practically sold out except
9:30
the
show.
Saturday late show, 9:30 show.
That's
you go
not that
see-
late.
No, it's not.
That's not that late.
9:30 is not that
No,
late.
and you can see Fred unleashed and unbleeped.
The young people could come see that.
Yeah, exactly.
The old people are already.
The meds have kicked in.
Yeah, they're
by
going
then.
to
Right.
they're falling
Matlock reruns are on.
Very
and
true.
they're going to see.
So we have a little music for you.
she
Yes. So enjoy this from my band playing a little Walter song, and this is My Babe.
Oh yeah, she don't stand no cheating, my babe. Oh yeah, she don't stand no cheating. Stand on the night, midnight creeping, my babe. True little baby, that's my babe. My babe, I know she loves me, my babe. Oh yes, I know she loves me, my babe. Oh yes, I know she loved me. Do nothing but kiss and hug me, my babe. True little baby, that's my babe.
you go. My Babe, Little Walter. Great Little Walter song.
Good job.
Love that.
You're very talented.
Thank you very much. The caddy price is the same.
You're still very talented.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Did you make an offer on that?
I don't know.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I want to know what
Are
he's
you
asking.
serious? You want that?
I want to know what he's asking.
We'll discuss. That's off the air. Anyway, and folks, thank you for watching the show again. Share it with your friends. And normally this is on a Wednesday. However, we had a little R&R yesterday.
Yeah.
Ken and I went to a nice little spring training game. Enjoyed a little baseball. It is baseball time. The Yankees weren't playing, but we saw the Braves and the Rays.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Nice new stadium. Braves down here in Florida just built new spring training facility.
It's very nice.
And it didn't take any damage from Hurricane Ian.
No.
Where you think it would have based on its location.
Very true. Charlotte Sports Park, though, in Port Charlotte here.
Ours. Yeah, the Rays, where the Rays do their spring training here in Port Charlotte, that facility is down for the count. It's going to need a bunch of rehab before it's going to be able. So it was nice to get out. Tie game.
Yeah.
3-3 at the end of 9. That was
the
among
pitch clock.
That was among I think 3 or 4 games that tied yesterday.
Yeah, we have some.
Your Yankees
have some
won
pictures
yesterday.
there. Yankees won, yes, and a walk-off. That was nice from some player nobody heard of because it's from the AA team, but he's up here for spring training, so you got to prove yourself. So that was good.
I'm against ties. That's un-American.
Well,
It
it's
is.
spring
It's true.
training. That's the only. I agree. I didn't realize that. I forgot.
Next
all
run
about
wins.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they got close. Both teams got
Yeah.
close in the top of the ninth, so it means they are in the ninth inning. So they should have just played it out.
Why not?
Right. And you know what? If it doesn't matter, then why go after the ball? Let the guy score and end the game.
Right.
So it
Exactly.
does matter because the guy's still
Right.
going after the ball to catch it.
Yeah. Just not running face first into the wall. So
Yeah.
I would appreciate if one face first, you know.
Both teams had a lot of their big players there.
they did. It was nice to see.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It's nice to see that the Braves are still have the Braves, an Indian.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. Not poor Lovejoy's Guardian condom team.
The Guardians.
Yeah, Guardians. I don't even know what their logo looks like.
I know. It's a
anymore,
little
you know?
baseball with wings.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Wimps. And it
Or
really,
just the C.
Guardians. It sounds like a genital wart medication or a
Is this about me?
condom. Guardians.
The genital warts. That's
Genital
what they.
warts.
The Cleveland
Yeah,
genital
the Cleveland genital
The
warts.
GWs.
The
GWs.
GWs.
You're making money off that.
You
logo.
really
And
are.
just man, can you imagine what the
Genitals with wings.
what the mascots look like? You know, a little.
It is a
bob.
ball with wings.
That's it. Just add another one.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about a better subject, and that is these meat suits. Ken, please do tell us all about them.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I couldn't believe we found this on the stupid news section of the Prep this morning, and
Yes.
it's amazing to me. There's a guy calls himself. Here, let me find it again. Sorry, terribly sorry.
Frank. He calls himself
Frank. Frank Rubino. No, his name is the Flesh Crafter.
The Flesh
The
Crafter.
flesh crafter.
And for $720, you can have a jacket made of human
There it is.
flesh. It's really not human flesh.
No, it looks
But
like
they-
prosciutto, though, doesn't it?
It does look
Yeah.
like prosciutto.
And it looks like they didn't moisturize
No.
at all.
And
No,
see, it's those
they need
big
some Gold Bond
stitches.
lotion.
No, it's the big
Right.
stitches. You can see the collar. The collar looks like the nice burnt piece of roast beef there.
Hmm.
But I mean,
You
and the-
would think if you're going to murder someone for their skin,
Yeah.
you would murder someone huge so that there's not these little
Well, that's more than one.
patches.
That looks like more than one nipple up there.
That's a double nipple.
it's a double
three,
nipple.
1, 2. There's one up there.
Now, if you're
Yeah.
born with a
Uh,
double nipple, it would be a shame to waste that.
Exactly.
I know
That should be on a jacket.
You got
It's reuse, recycle.
movies.
Yeah.
How far do you go though? Like the foreskin, you make like a wallet out of it or something.
No, it's the breast pocket.
It's the, depending on
Yeah.
what nationality you are.
Well, yeah, that's what you were saying. You were saying on the radio this morning. You know, are there multiple colors?
It
Right.
doesn't say. It says he makes them to order.
Mhm.
They're not real skin. It's just made to resemble
Allegedly.
human flesh. But they're on eBay for $720.
I'd love to be the person who takes the calls for the orders.
Yeah.
Hi, human flesh jacket.
This is Frank. I would like a meat jacket.
Hello, this is Rajesh. Thank you for
Do you-
calling Meat Jacket.
Do you have any with some tattoos on it? I like pinup girls tattooed.
Yeah, but I mean, really,
I don't want a
what type
tattoo.
of individual would maybe Halloween?
Right.
That jacket with a Halloween mask and a
But what
chainsaw,
about
you're
the
looking
winter
good.
version? In winter it can be colder. You need some fur.
Well,
So
that's again the Ernest Borgnine edition.
Yes, Ken, you've talked about your hairy back.
Get
You
the
have to
back hair
donate
in
to
there.
science.
You got to wear it inside out there, so keep you warm.
Exactly.
Or genital hair.
Well, yeah, that's Manscaped's new partnership. When you get the Manscaped lawnmower
That's in the sleeves.
5.0,
You put that in the sleeves.
Well, after you're done, you mail it in, and that's what
Right
they
near
make the
cuff.
cuffs.
That's right.
How many orders from localmeat.com are going to be? I'll take the jacket. I'll take a pork roast and a jacket, men's medium.
Yeah. There you go.
Ah,
Yeah, it's all about the community.
disgusting.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna
another
call
sign of the
local
apocalypse
meats.
coming.
I'm calling localmeats.com.
Yeah,
You
local
should.
meat club. Use the
Oh,
affiliate
Because
link
I
in
have
the
a little
description.
cooking show on Facebook that I
Oh,
do a lot.
Yeah, there
That's
you go.
right. That's right. I was looking up because or before you got here to the studio, I'm like, damn it, I know that there's somebody named Frank Rubino that keeps popping into my head.
Yeah, he
And
was
that's when
doing
I
the
went to look
research.
that up. We saw your little video for the perfect chestnuts.
Yeah.
That was one of them.
Very
I have
nice.
many. I have like maybe 50, 60
Wow.
videos
You like
on
cooking?
Yeah, I
Good.
like you know what it is. I like to show people that traditional dishes
Sure.
from Italians are easy to make.
Yeah.
And it makes your culture go another generation.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
Yeah.
'cause-
Grandma's recipes,
Yeah.
the meatballs, the lasagna.
Good for you. That's cool.
Good.
So maybe I'm going to call them because I'm one of the upcoming episodes. I'm going to be making my own gabagool.
Oh,
Gabagool.
Yeah, and you got to wear the meat suit
I want to wear a
if you're
full
doing
meat
that.
suit.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Do you
so,
have your own little secret gabagool recipe?
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it as traditional, as old, 100 years ago, how Italians made gabagool. Now it's, they add all these things to cure it, and it's wet cured and dry cured.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it traditional, put it in salt, hang it up. But you need a special cut of meat. It's a pork piece like on the neck.
Oh wow.
So like a fetamin. It looks like
It's the feta lump.
lump.
It's the feta lump.
It's a feta lump.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to go to the deli to get the feta
Right.
lump.
Go localmeat.com. I'll take the feta lump.
Yes, folks.
But you're gonna like the
Localmeatclub.com.
meat.
Go use it. It's
I'm
great.
telling you. Yeah, very tasty.
They have the 45 francs.
They're thawing out right now.
Ooh, very good.
We went through the initial all beef
Mhm.
franks
Yeah.
here on the show. I had the jalapeno sausage
In the chili, right?
in the chili.
What's
It was
45
very-
francs?
It was the
Uh,
45 steak francs.
Oh,
They're
it's
huge.
45
Sounds
right
like-
there.
They're
Sounds like a
fabulous.
gay porno.
That's
They're
Trump.
awesome. Very
It's the
tasty.
best. It's
All
45.
meat, no fillers.
Yes. All natural.
All natural.
Just like my hair.
Beef franks are kosher. All
There you
my
go.
Jewish American friends.
Very true.
Well, isn't that just a blessing? A rabbi blesses
Well, it
it.
can't be
That's what-
pork.
Oh no, this isn't
Oh,
pork at all.
no.
Though you can get pork. They
That's
they
very
do
true.
have
And
some
the
great
breakfast
pork.
sausage, very
Yeah,
good.
Breakfast sausage, very tasty.
Localmeatclub.com. Use the affiliate link in the description.
There you go.
I got to do the week's worth. I got to get the.
I know.
week's
We got to
worth.
try that.
A week's worth of franks.
No, it's like the whole setup.
Yeah,
for
it's like
whole
the
week.
breakfast sausage,
Oh,
the
nice.
bacon,
lunch, dinner, you're all set up.
steak.
You're good to go.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
right. Let's try it out.
I will.
Now
And
I'm
no one can
hungry.
stop me.
No.
Time's going. Hey, what time?
Yeah.
Are we done yet?
No, Ken. Yeah, I know it's lunchtime. Ken, you had the big story today talking about what Florida is doing. And folks, we've explained on this show before that it takes one person getting involved in your community, start getting more people involved in your community, because it all starts in your community, whether it's the school board or just getting people to answer the right questions. And you're starting to find out more and more information about this jab.
Yeah, certain inoculations that are being forced upon us, that were being forced upon us, still they would love to be forcing upon us from our government. A lot of people have been maimed. A lot of people are dropping dead. All you have to do is look at the insurance actuaries to get the proof of that. Even now, just so far this year, 43% increase in 17 to 49-year-old deaths in over last year. So, anywho, the Lee County, Florida, just down the road here, Republican Party passed with 80 to 90% of the vote a ban the jab bill.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
Plus,
Yeah.
and the press wasn't going to do a press release on it because they said it goes against CDC standards and might incite fear.
incite fear.
Unlike
Unlike when a hurricane's coming to Florida
Yeah.
and everybody on the
You
news
can
is saying,
incite
"Oh my
fear then."
God, we're all gonna die."
Yeah,
That-
only
that
they can
doesn't-
incite
yeah.
fear.
Right.
You don't get to. But anyway, so the issue is very popular these days. A lot of people know people at this point who have either been adversely affected
Yeah.
or killed from
I
this
do.
jab.
Yeah.
And so they came up with it. A bunch of other counties here, Hillsborough's looking at it. There's a bunch of other counties.
It's kind of
here that are gonna
surprising
be
that Lee County kind of
marching on
started
it.
this.
It is, but it's actually Dr. Joseph Sansone, and I'm pretty sure he either ran for Congress down in that district. I think he might have been against Byron in the
Interesting. In the primary.
in the primaries. I'm
Yeah.
not sure, but I know he's ran for stuff down there. But he's the one who introduced it. They were all in on it. A bunch of other counties are getting in on it, and what they're doing is actually this whole thing. It's in violation of Bioweapons Terrorism Act. It's actually a violation of 18 U.S. Code 175. It's violates the Nuremberg Code. Shreds the Nuremberg Code.
Oh,
on top
the
of
old
it.
Nuremberg code.
Yeah.
I tell you.
So that he's doing this. And
You break the Nuremberg code. You've really done something.
You have
Yeah,
done
exactly.
something right there. Done it all
It's
right there.
frowned upon in this establishment.
Yes.
So hopefully this takes flight, and if an entire state, if we can get the entire state in on it, or if another state does it, we don't care. It needs to happen, and people need to start really standing up and resisting.
Yeah.
I
this,
read not
tyranny.
too long ago that they cannot prove one child under 12 ever died of COVID.
Right.
No, because they didn't.
Yeah.
But at first they were saying, and then they were saying like another variant is only killing children.
the kids,
Remember that
right.
came and gone?
Yeah. Yep.
And it was just a story. So now
34 minutes.
they're saying they can't prove one died yet.
Yeah.
50% of pediatricians are saying don't give your child the jab, which means 50% are still on board to jab your kid, even though all the science says
And they're
don't
not backing
need
down at all. No, the government is not backing down. Pfizer's not backing down. Sponsored by Pfizer. Sponsored by Pfizer. Every single thing. They're just offloading all the money into just continuing to push it because they still want it to be part of the yearly jab that kids get in school.
Wow.
They're sick, evil people.
Yeah.
And they know now. There's a lot of studies that went on in Europe that they know that it causes all kinds of irreputable damage in your body.
Yeah.
And to do it to a kid, there is an attack on children in this country
There is.
Oh,
that
without
has
question.
never been before.
Yep.
And it's so out in the open sexually, medically, everything. Kids are just, they have we went back 100 years in the last 3 years on children's rights.
Yeah, it's very true. And even
Thanks for letting me rest my voice, Fred.
I'm just saying.
that
No,
was good.
no, you're saying everything.
That Lovejoy
we
normally
agree.
yells out anyway.
100%.
And it's I mean, all you have to do is look at Justin Bieber here. He had just canceled his Justice World Tour after previously postponing dates due to his Ramsey Hunt syndrome that he has, because he can't be on stage going nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
But you know what most prep services saw this morning?
What did they see?
That no reason given.
Right. They're just off his
don't know
website.
why. Don't know
The tour
why.
dates are off his website. He hasn't said
He has
anything.
bad health.
Yeah.
His health was ruined.
He says without an explanation
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
to
know
focus on his health.
It's just like the pilots.
Yeah.
The pilots had to get the jab, so half of them got him. The other half got laid off.
Right.
Or they can't work.
Now there's
the
a
guys
pilot
who got it,
shortage.
yeah, now the pilots who got it,
Or vapor locking.
yeah, they can't fly.
Mm-hmm.
No. They've changed the rules and expanded the parameters.
Yeah, that's
So
that's an old trick. I love that
yeah,
trick.
And they're letting women in
when
now.
you're not having a good time,
as
lower
well
the
as pilots.
standards. Yeah.
Lower the same.
Yep.
That was an old trick in Staten Island, New York. It was like the most polluted place on the planet. And there was a EPA guidelines of 10 toxic chemicals and carcinogens in the air. And if you got more than 30% of like 4 of them,
The particulates. Yeah.
yeah, then it's a major thing. So what happened was people were moving to Staten Island. They did the test. Every one of the 10 maxed out. So they said, holy shit, we got to change this.
37.
Holy cow. Holy meat
freedom cow.
Holy free- So they added 30 more toxins
Yeah.
so that it leveled
It
out
brought
to like,
everything
oh,
down.
it's only 30% now.
Right.
That's fantastic. Now people are walking around, they all look like Fetterman. They got a Fetterman hump
They
on
got a
them.
feta lump. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. And it's affected a lot of celebrities too. Bieber.
Yep. His
Uh,
wife, Hailey Bieber, supermodel, she had a mini stroke because a blood clot passed through a hole in her heart.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right,
25
that's right.
years old. Terrible.
That never
And
happens.
look at all the sports
Never
figures, all
happened.
the soccer stars.
Yeah. DeMar
Yeah.
Hamlin happened on national television.
Damar Hamlin is a piece of garbage. You understand that? Lamar Hamlin had a jab, and a lot of people in the NFL have the jab.
Yep.
He died on the field. He died.
Yeah, he died on the field and he died again in the hospital.
Died again in
Twice.
the hospital. It's because of the jab. He knows it is. And instead of saying, I'm going to try and help
He was paid.
young people.
He was paid very well to not answer that question. I guarantee you, because he'll never play football again. He
No.
knows it. They know it.
No,
But
so he
they
has
don't
to get
want him
paid off.
blaming it on the jab. So they paid him off we'll take
So-
care
yeah.
of you and your family. You just zip it.
So
when somebody
I almost
asks.
died, but I don't give a shit that all the kids in the world
38.55.
are going to die too because I got paid off. That's the kind of garbage this person actually is.
Yes.
At what point do you just grow a pair of balls and say, I'm going to be the spokesperson
Right.
against the carditis? What is that called? Mario
Myocarditis.
Mario and
Myocarditis.
Luigi carditis.
Pericarditis, myocarditis.
Yes, I'm going to
Yes.
be the
Facial
spokesman.
paralysis.
I'm lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
Right. When
Right.
do you grow a
Because
pair?
because people hate admitting they were wrong. They were wrong. And so these people that have gone through that, maybe they're not experiencing the symptoms yet, but they're seeing all this evidence in front of them. They don't want to admit it. And that's a very hard thing for people
and
to
guess
do.
who else
and it's
doesn't want to
dangerous.
admit it? The NFL,
Yeah.
who were forcing their players for a long period of time to get the jab.
Yes.
But you died from it twice.
Right.
Now you're on borrowed time. Do something worthwhile. Make your life worthwhile now and go out there and bring attention. And maybe you could, they kneeled. One black guy got killed by cops. They've been kneeling. They've been putting stuff on helmets, but kids are dropping dead left and right.
Nobody's got the balls to stand up.
And no one's got the balls to put on their helmet. Stop the jab. How about that?
Yeah.
And racism, blah, 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 blah. Beep, beep, beep. Stop the jab.
Yep.
No one's got a pair of them.
It's a nerve with Fred.
They're all garbage.
Garbage. Just like Staten Island. Now it's time for our Patriot and Trader of the Week.
Oh.
So, Fred, while you're on a roll, who is your Patriot of the Week?
Patriot of the Week is Ron DeSantis.
He's been our Patriot of the Week on several
times.
occasions.
I love that man
Yes.
in a sexual way, not personally. But
He is handsome.
He is handsome for passing.
Well, she's a guy, so
They just did something. They passed something that you can't talk sexual in classrooms to 8-year-olds.
K3. Yeah.
Now he's going to 8th grade.
Yep.
Good.
And he's also and the left has been labeling that initial bill the Don't Say Gay bill. Well, now you've got Tallahassee legislatures who want to expand it and
Don't say
even
Frank.
to get rid of the pronouns. So now it's going to be the Don't Say They bill.
Oh yeah.
Huh? You like that? I've been working that one for 2 days. No, I said it first. All right. I don't care where you might have heard it.
See, Fred's going to make it a meme now.
Yes.
I did it. It's mine. I got it from Frank.
So he's my patriot.
There you go.
He's been a patriot for a while. Every time this man is on the news, he does something fantastic. And by the way, I had COVID. And as soon as I got COVID, the only place you could get monoclonal antibodies was Florida.
Yep.
Me and my wife went, got them. I would have died without it.
Good for you.
The man saved my life.
Good
for you.
I love him.
And he saved my wife's life. So we're even now.
Yeah.
Yes. Ken, who's your patriot?
Good. Dr. Joseph Sansone, Lee County Republican Club or Republican Party, coming up with that idea, the ban the jab. Again, we've got several counties have already jumped on board with it. And if I would love that the Charlotte County Republican Party here jump on board that idea as well. Hope they do, and hope it goes on to the entire state.
Very good. Yes. Like it. My Patriot of the Week. It's a little, they can easily lose it, but it's the people of Chicago who finally got rid of Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is
Lori Lightfoot.
Yeah. No, this isn't
the love child of E.T. and Beetlejuice has lost the primary. Not only lost, came in third out of 5.
But they're all Democrats, so we'll see. We can hope for the best.
Can't get worse.
Like I said, don't say never, because I thought de Blasio was bad. I thought Eric Adams was going to be great. He's worse than de Blasio, so it can get worse.
What does Lightfoot do? It's because I'm a black woman.
Yeah, that's it. No,
it's racism and sexism.
Yeah, your racism,
right?
Your open racism and sexism
and hatred.
Is she a woman?
I
thought she's LGBTQRSC.
Yeah, she's a Ku Klux Alphabet Clan member.
Right,
yes, she is.
And her husband is a guy.
Whatever. I'm thinking the husband.
The husband
she's
is
probably the wife.
I think Lightfoot is the husband.
Lightfoot's the husband. It's a white girl that
the
she's
white
married
girl was a guy.
Are you kidding me?
I'm saying I heard this somewhere. The circles I travel in. We
the intelligence.
I want you to Google that her, whatever that thing is, was a guy, now a girl.
All right.
And she's a white woman.
She's a white woman.
Where
the white women at?
Hey, but then she also has the open racism of saying she doesn't want to have white reporters asking her questions.
Right.
So,
she's
what is that?
Come on.
The heck is
she's garbage too.
Anyway, Fred, who's your traitor?
Traitor, I'm gonna say Geraldo Rivera.
Blast from
little
the past.
Turn that mustache.
You know what the problem is?
Let's open this vault up right now.
Yeah, you
never recovered.
You look at conservative news because everything else is just propaganda.
Right.
They're saying stuff that you just read from experts that is completely wrong and a lie.
Yeah.
So you go there, and then Geraldo comes on, and he stabbed you in the back. I can't look at him anymore. He's got the flowing hair with the Mary Tyler Moore flip on the bottom. He's got a big white handlebar mustache. It's like watching Captain Crunch.
I saw him on the 5 maybe a month ago, and he was talking about, I think it was his daughter's birthday. He was posting pictures of his little get-together at his house and all the fancy people. He's carrying around a little walking stick cane in his house wearing this fancy suit and all. It's just like, it just shows you folks, these people, they think they're so much better than everybody, all of us in the world here. They don't like you. They hate you. In fact,
They hate you.
they really do hate you. And they all think they're better than you. Look at my fancy little party, and it's pathetic.
Yes, he's an elitist, liberal in conservative clothing.
Yeah.
And it's not a meat jacket either.
No.
Although you would think he might have one. Ken, who is your trader of the week?
That would be Merrick the Worm Garland. This guy, did you hear what he testified to?
No, I heard it happened, but what did he say?
He was asked, why you guys will go after conservatives who are praying in front of a Planned Parenthood clinic, but you won't go after Antifa rioters burning down cities and government buildings.
Actual crimes.
Actual crimes. Merrick essentially said, well, those conservatives going after the Planned Parenthood, that happens during the daytime. And the Antifa members, that stuff happens at night.
It's scary.
Nighttime is scary. It's dark and it's scary. So we don't investigate or prosecute those. We go only after the Planned Parenthood conservatives. Yes, because lightness, darkness, it's very scary.
Very scary.
So
Pathetic.
that turd is my trader of the week.
Yes, that's a good one. Very, very nice.
Good one.
Yes. My trader of the week is whoever devised this new food compass score. It's like the new food pyramid that they're saying. Now, you might say the World Economic Forum new 2030 food pyramid at the top is going to be the antidepressants. The second level is going to be soy milk. Third level is going to be more of the bugs. There it is.
Yeah, bugs.
Then you got the seed oils and then the microplastics. That's going to be what they're striving for. But right now, and I kid you not, this is real, at the top of the food pyramid, what they tell you should eat is watermelon.
I tell you what they use right there.
That's to be encouraged. Watermelon. 100.
Watermelon.
Canned peach. What is watermelon? It's water. It's nothing nutritional about watermelon at all.
Isn't that what makes your skin dark?
Watermelon. You got to eat the skin. That's why you have to eat the skin of the watermelon.
Second,
chew on that
because you're wearing your meat suit. Second is canned peaches. 97, Cheerios at 95, pineapple at 94, non-fat chocolate frozen yogurt, then chocolate covered almonds, and then orange juice with calcium. Now we're getting.
You showing this on? You're not. This isn't.
No,
on the
I don't.
Screen.
I don't have.
All
this
right,
chart.
folks. They have this in green.
Yeah.
Yellow and red.
Right.
And
so I just read all the
stuff,
green.
All the green stuff. That's to be encouraged.
To be encouraged.
Eat all that.
Right.
To be moderated, which you got to hold back on.
Hold back on just a little bit. But it's still better than the to be minimized, which we'll get to. So the 4 in the to be moderated, you have sweet potato fries, sweet potato chips, Lucky Charms.
Oh, they're magically delicious.
And grape juice. Now, to be minimized.
Can we substitute wine for the grape juice?
Probably. To be minimized, this is the stuff. This is the stuff that'll really kill you, folks.
You got to minimize it.
An egg fried in butter, cheddar cheese, and ground beef.
Yeah,
that's what they're telling you.
All the things that really are good for you.
Egg in butter is like the best thing you could put in your body.
Yeah.
The butter is good for all the good cholesterol that you need. Real butter. And an egg is like the most natural, perfect food you can eat.
I get 4 eggs a day, buddy. It's fantastic.
Nice.
Yep.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
You should be doing
and
that.
Ground beef on the bottom. Ground beef. Go to localmeatclub.com using the affiliate link in our description. Go get yourself some of that fantastic ground beef and actually.
They got bone-in ribeyes.
Oh, I know. Some of that steak stuff looks so good. Fred, thank you for joining us again at Imbasciani this weekend. Go to the late show Saturday night.
Come on out this Saturday.
Featuring is JoJo Casillas.
There you go.
Good to see him back from Tennessee.
Yep. And Fred, where can people find you? And what's the name of your podcast again?
Website and stuff.
You could go to my website, fredrubino.com. You could look me up on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, TikTok even.
Oh,
I want the Chinese to know
Really?
exactly what I want the
Oh.
Chinese to see every
Oh, they
dick
already
joke
are. If you got
that I come
TikTok,
out
they
with.
got everything on your phone.
oh yeah.
Exactly. I want
Nice.
them to know.
Perfect. And Fred, you're welcome back anytime.
Anytime,
And
my
Frank
friend.
is
Thank you.
welcome anytime as well.
Yeah, Frank.
Frank-
If you need a lawyer, if you need a good criminal
Go to
defense lawyer,
frankrubino.com.
that's it, Yeah.
Exactly. Folks, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. Remember, you can subscribe to the Rumble page. And if you really enjoyed the show, leave a little donation in the Venmo. It's at Mike-Imbasciani-1. We greatly appreciate it. Go check out the local Meat Club affiliate link in the description. And remember, freedom is always the way. From the bunker, good night, everybody.
Peace.
You're watching Conservative Television of America, working hard to stick socialism where the sun don't shine.